This episode of the SuperMegaCast is brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our new unique URL, manscaped.com/supermega. Make those balls squeaky clean, and I think we'll even talk more about it later in the episode.
I use it to shave my nuts this morning, Ryan, and they are looking fantastic.
That's right, we're talking about Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, Crop Reviver Toner, Performance Boxer Briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. I know I already said it, but when I use Manscaped to shave my nuts, it's incredible. I know Matt would agree with me if he wasn't shaving his nuts right now. Unfortunately, he left. He just has fun doing it. It's a great product, and since we use it, we thought it would be epic if our fans used it as well to shave their nuts, balls, whatever they want to shave. Mainly their balls. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our new unique URL. What is it, Matt?
Manscaped.com/supermega. See, they used to just give us a code. Now we got our own URL.
Oh, geez.
Isn't that crazy? Manscaped.com/supermega. Get those nuts sparkly shaved and clean.
Woo-wee. Didn't expect it right there in the very beginning, did you?
You guys thought it was going to be at the end? Nope. Right in the beginning.
It's the fart era, baby.
Yeah, it is. Probably the golden era of SuperMega. when we lost the MP3 of the ending music and easily could have re-downloaded it, but instead it was easier just to put a fart sound effect in the podcast.
Matt, we've simply lost our way.
Yeah, we did. People didn't like the last episode.
Oh well. On to another episode.
Hey, how about hey, I got a message to all the haters out there.
That hurt. Do you have to go check your panties?
No, that's okay. There's no feces this time.
No.
How many people have already turned it off? God damn it. This is disgusting.
This fart era has gone too far. Well, it's here to stay. Well, I don't know. It's probably not.
Villain laugh.
I don't know.
You make a good evil villain.
Thanks, man. I mean, like as a person or like
No, as a character.
Oh, okay.
You don't as a person, you don't possess the qualities for an evil villain.
Could I though? Like if I tried really hard, or would I be more? Could I be like at least a brutish, just kind of?
Man, you're too compassionate.
Oh wow.
Of a person.
Yeah.
You're too empathetic. You couldn't. Maybe you could be a villain that like does bad shit, but then to make up for it, you donate a lot to charity.
Secretively, under anonymous, so people don't know.
Exactly. AKA what most celebrities do.
Yeah. Because they feel bad. Oh, well.
I don't know if they feel bad.
No, probably not.
The tax reasons.
Yeah,
It doesn't donate in charity. How does that even work with the...
I don't know enough about it. So...
Because we're about to donate to charity at the end of the month.
Yeah, if we donate $1 million, do we get $2 million back? Is that how it works?
we get just a check from Uncle Sam. Good job helping the gays, boys.
We'll match your donations 101%.
There's definitely members of the federal government that
watch SuperMega.
No. Yes.
No.
Dude, do you know how big the federal government spans?
Yeah, but like...
I'm not talking like CIA agents. Maybe there is a CIA agent that
my mom
watches.
worked for the federal government, so...
Exactly, see?
She was instructed to hide little baggies of crack cocaine in lower income communities.
She did a good job in that one too.
She did.
South Carolina especially.
She knows the good hiding spots.
Man, that ravaged downtown Columbia. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, more money for the woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, bro.
Oh man.
Oh man.
What do you? I remember back in the day. Speaking of pigs, I was I don't know why. It was just like this maybe like little boy thing where it's like, I'm going to become a cop.
Yeah, I wanted that too.
High speed chases. I'm going to have a gun.
Well, it sounds awesome. You know?
I know. And then you realize like
you get to do anything.
I have so much responsibility in the palm of my hand.
The high speed chases part does sound cool.
What's the say? I wouldn't ticket Jim, every week. Make sure I'm on the highway when he's going to work.
Like hide the cop car behind somewhere and like wait for him to pull out to work and then tail him.
I wish I could let this one go, but the dash cam shows that I can't show any favoritism,
Every single time, like check the mail every day, and when his like auto registration renewal comes up, throw it away before you get the chance. So then like the day it expires, you pull him over.
I get to show up to his house. Hey, we got a warrant for your arrest.
Imagine someone getting a warrant for arrest for, they will, auto registration. Mm-hmm. I just had to pay mine this week. And it's fucking stupid expensive. I hate.
Were you late on it?
No.
Oh.
It was just expensive.
Isn't it like 200 something?
Yeah, it was a couple hundred, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what even is it just a made up thing, registration, where they're just like, now it's official. It's an official vehicle.
There's like little things where it's like the state wants to keep track because every state, has their own laws.
Why do they make you pay for it?
They have their own traffic laws and stuff. Ooh.
Shouldn't there just be a system? Why do they make you fucking pay hundreds of dollars for it?
I don't know. Like, I know the reason why, like the reasoning behind like having your vehicle registered with the state. Like, that makes sense. But in terms of like making it expensive,
what benefit do I get from like giving the money? Like, do I get anything back from that?
Does the money go to kind of like just the DMV and like the employees and the inner workings of like funding the ability to do those things?
Maybe. You know what?
Why can't they just do it over the computer? Get rid of these jobs.
I know.
Get rid of these lame jobs. The people won't miss them. They can go get jobs somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, not with those attitudes. I don't blame the people, the DMV that work there that are really unpleasant, because
I saw someone wearing a Zone shirt one time at a DMV.
Whoa.
I know.
Okay.
And I had
that's a freak.
I had to make a comment as I was like, hey, is that a Zone hoodie? And they were like, yeah.
You guys locked eyes.
I like it.
We've jerked off to the same stuff, probably. Fist pound it. I don't blame them though, because it's like, dude, they got to deal with the most unpleasant people, and like that job sucks. So I would be like, I'm like, why am I gonna like force myself to be nice to people that are gonna be assholes to me?
Well, your day is talking to people who have waited in line and during COVID out in the hot sun.
Most people aren't nice
for hours. So
I was so fucking pissed off. I went to I sat down at a bar the other night by myself. Sounds depressing. It wasn't. I just walked by and I was like, oh, I want to get a little tiki drink, because they had tiki drinks. So I sat down.
Ended up getting 10. We all know how the story goes.
Yeah, I got kicked out. And I was like, I'll get myself some fish and chips too. And next to me was this couple, and they were like, can I get the calamari? And the waitress,
calamari?
Yeah, well, okay, we'll just wait. The waitress was like, yeah, and she's busting her ass right now, like the waitress going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I see him like, Jesus Christ. And they bring the calamari, and I hear them like, what the fuck? Is this overdone?
Is this cocktail
sauce? Did
they really give us cocktail
And he's like,
sauce?
hey, come here. And he calls her over and he's like, look at this. This is overdone. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to go back to the kitchen and get a new one or get you something else? And he's like, no, tell me, is this overdone? I want to know if this is how they're supposed to be done.
It's those types of like those two parasitic types of people that find each other. It's that couple where
they look like an ugly brother and sister, but I think they were married.
It's that relationship where the guy gets off on like defending his babe at every turn, and then his babe gets sopping wet at her man being rude to other people for her. It's a lose-lose situation when a couple like that walks into a restaurant.
And man, it's like this waitress is probably making less than minimum wage in just tips. And she's like, well, do you want me to get you another one, or do you want me to get you something else? And he's like, go get the manager. And she walks away and he's like, Jesus fucking Christ. And he was really short.
Okay.
And didn't have any hair, so that might be why he's so angry.
I mean, there is a connection between...
No, he was just a really ugly short man, and his wife was disgustingly ugly as well. So that might be why.
You're saying this because they were acting also... Their insides were just as ugly as their outsides. I'm talking about their insides were ugly.
Yeah. Just all around ugly people. I'm not saying their looks were that bad, but they were just ugly people all around. But then the manager comes out, and he's got to do the whole song and dance like... Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
What can I do? Do you want to? It's on the house.
And he's like, let me tell you that bartender right there, she's got to be the worst server I've ever fucking seen in my life.
To go out of your way to go after someone's job.
And the manager's like, I'm sorry about her. She's new, but like this and that. And then
were these people not fucking beat up as a kid? Were they not punched by someone that they talked wrong to at one point? Like, there's so
many assholes, dude. There's so many fucking assholes. And then after the manager leaves, they get some new calamari. And the wife says something to insinuate that the bartender purposely gave them bad food. She's like, and then the bartender's like, no, I promise you that it's nothing personal. I just got it from the kitchen. And she's like, and by the way, sweetie, it's pronounced calamari, not calamari. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
I'm surprised you didn't speak up.
I wish I had. It's hard in those moments. I was like waiting for the right moment if they kept talking.
Because you're usually good at speaking up in those types of moments. Maybe you need a little more drink in you.
I need a little more confidence.
Courage.
I had my zinger ready to go too. I was gonna ask the bartender if we can get a couple high chairs since they want to be such babies.
Dude, I mean, like, yeah.
But then they stopped. and started like laughing and joking.
If I was
with
there
the
and I had your back, would you have said something?
Because I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a little bit of a pussy, so I was like, maybe if I'd had a few more drinks, but I was like waiting. I was like, I'm going to say something. I'm just waiting for the right time. And then they just stopped talking. And I was like, I gave them some dirty looks. And I'm sure they gave her a great tip.
No, they didn't give her a tip at all. Was she your waitress?
Yeah.
So did you, I'm guessing, pay in kind in that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wrote a little note on the receipt. I was like, I'm sorry, those people are such assholes.
Just people in general. It's got to be,
But I was like, I feel so bad for her. And she's not going to get a tip from them. She's busting her ass.
No. What makes people like this?
How they're raised. How
it's just spoiled,
entitlement.
selfish.
A lot of entitlement, thinking that like, people have to cater to you.
Like, I understand if you see like a fresh wad of spit on top of the calamari,
Calamari to Massey.
Or she sees, like, they see her just, Or if she slammed the plate down
and
in
said,
front of
enjoy,
them.
assholes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've never yelled at a server before.
No, I mean, why would you?
If they underdo my calamari.
It's not the server's fault.
But that's the thing, too. It's like she's not the one in the kitchen fucking,
The what I have done one time is that classic Ruby Tuesdays story where like nobody came to get our drink order or anything for like 15 minutes. And well, they came, got our drink order. We just wanted water. Never delivered it.
You just
still waited
out,
50.
right?
Yeah, we just walked out and went to Chili's.
Some good PR right there. That was Chili's was purposely like holding up the waiters. So it's like,
I just there's nothing that's accomplished through you being an asshole. Now, that's not to say there's nothing that can be accomplished through you being more assertive in situations. Like if you notice like your glass is dirty, you can be like, hey, can I get a new glass? There's a difference between, hey, can I get a new glass? This one seems a bit dirty. Or, hey, do y'all wash your dishes around here? There's a different way to go about situations. And you don't have to always meet it with aggression.
Well, some people do. Because they're insecure. And guys,
does it come from insecurity, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Or they probably saw their parents talk like that to servers. And guys, if your parents are rude and yell at servers, I hate to break it to you, but your parents are assholes. And if you do that, you're an asshole. The service workers.
My mom can be a bit of a Karen, I will say.
Yeah, when she's on my cock.
So can Jim. Jim can be quite a Karen. I'm gonna let that one slide.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Because, I was gonna finish it, but then I didn't get to finish because you kept talking as you should have, and then it wasn't even a good joke because it just said on my cock.
Hey, I'm not taking anything. It might have been a good joke.
Okay,
but I'm gonna let it slide.
Thank you.
Lucky I didn't hear the rest of it. Probably.
Yes, thank you though.
Very lucky.
But Jim and Cecile.
Jimin?
Yeah.
Dude, whenever my mom says Gemini, I always think she's saying Gemini.
Like the Gemini star sign.
Gemini went to...
You're a Gemini, right?
I am. I'm a two-faced son of a bitch.
And I'm an Aquarius. And they're the most likely to be billionaires.
Ooh.
I wonder... I don't believe any of that shit. I think it's fun, like to look at it and read it and shit. But
you don't believe in billionaires? I got news for you, buddy.
I don't believe in fucking... I don't think astrology actually, like, actually has any effect on your life.
Of course not.
If you choose for it to have an effect on your life, then, like...
Because it's all made up shit. It's all, like, people's interpretation of how things work and, All
right, I'm looking at Gemini and Aquarius.
Okay.
Sexual and intimacy compatibility. Gemini and Aquarius could probably have sex by simple verbal stimulation.
Oh my! Is that why? Is that because of this? Is that why this podcast is so great?
That might be
right,
why it's
viewers?
the top podcast.
Right?
They don't need to get naked to have a sexual experience, although they will want to be naked all the time to set themselves free
We always
from
get
all the
naked in
human
videos?
restrictions represented through clothes. That's true, dude. See, maybe this astrology shit's real. They will get lost on their way to somewhere and have sex there or somewhere else. But who cares when they are in search for kindred spirits and want to have a good time while at it?
That's true. We do want to have a good time. That's why we do travel vlogging. Whenever we travel and doing something for work, we always make it a point, like even in touring, to stop by places because we want to make it an experience.
And have sex. Neither Gemini nor Aquarius will ever be in a serious relationship with someone who is, in their opinion, stupid. And you and I are always hitting and quitting it and not calling those girls back.
Dude, because the first thing I do is I print out an IQ test and I bring it on the first date. And she sits there, fills out those bubbles, and I bring the fucking Scantron reader, and I put it through. Go, if I hear silence, it's pretty good. But if I constantly hear that,
it's like
no, not this one.
Ooh, Ryan.
Next,
Gemini is a bit childish and can be ashamed in certain situations. But when Aquarius takes over, Gemini will realize there is no limit to their freedom of expression. Okay, we also engage when Gemini and Aquarius engage in an intellectual debate. They are fun for everyone to watch. Look at that. They stimulate each other's mind to such a point that they fire arguments they weren't aware existed in their thoughts. Damn, dude. Looks like the stuff's kind of accurate. I think the way these things work is like anyone can find any of these relatable. Like,
don't you feel like
pick and
these
choose.
things could also just feed into anyone's kind of like not to a negative degree, but like they're just, everyone has like a general narcissism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like I wonder if that just feeds into it. So you know, it's like picking the little things. Oh, God. I mean, I was saying kind of regular. I'm not talking like
like psycho, narcissist.
Yeah.
He's a psychopath. He's
Yikes!
self-admitted.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. This is a joke, by the way, because I just want to say that not because of people taking it seriously, but I don't want Eddie to think I'm being serious because he's so crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't want Eddie to hear that out of context and be like, "Were they? What the fuck?" Because he might be like, "They're talking shit about me." I love you, Eddie. You been a guest on this pod, Ryan? Anything to say to Eddie?
I've said my piece.
You said it that time over the phone, dude. That was Jesus. Yeah, but can we get a Scantron for the office?
Just always be testing Jackson. What is Ryan's favorite beverage to drink when smoking weed?
No, we should test him real stuff and like just test him facts about us. and his pay each month depends on how well he does, so it's actually like very stressful.
Can we give him like bonus questions? I always loved that.
Oh,
bonus
yeah.
questions came on. It's like, because there's those students that are like, now I can get 120. I'm like, now I have a chance to at least get a 90 to 100.
For me, I was like,
With like some like bonus 20 points.
now I
Fuck
can at least
yeah.
pass.
Yeah, exactly. I could get a passing grade.
It's one time I did them all off by one, and the teacher wouldn't so it was all wrong.
Well, you learned from your mistake. I bet you never made that mistake again.
Well, the thing is, I'm like, that
Did
doesn't.
you?
Now my grade's bad, but it doesn't reflect my knowledge of the subject. I just made an oops.
It reflects your personal responsibility, and I think that in and of itself is enough of a reflection upon your knowledge of the subject.
Ooh, I got a new track for the album. Pussy Like Scantron.
Sounds like a transformer.
She spread it like Decepticon.
Scantron.
He's the intellectual transformer.
I saw that Ron Perlman is now the new voice actor for, I think his name is Optimus Primal.
That's kind of, is he a gorilla?
I think he's a dinosaur now.
Wait, are they making more?
They're making more.
I've never seen a Transformers movie.
movies. You're not missing anything.
Really?
Yeah.
They look cool.
They're not.
Like, I like
Bumblebee.
big robots. I loved Pacific Rim. I didn't
Pacific
see the
Rim's
sequel.
perfect. They're fun for when you were in like middle school or high school.
I probably would have liked it then.
But I don't think you would like it.
Sorry, I was looking up where I can get a Scantron. Yeah, same with like Fast and Furious movies. Jackson went and saw the premiere of F9.
I started watching them with, I think you and I went to go see Fast 7, right?
No, I've never seen any of them.
What? You haven't? I thought we went in a group to go see one of them. I remember this. I thought we went and it was like we made like a big thing about it because it was so stupid and like kind of like, oh, are we gonna go see a Fast movie?
Not me.
When did Fast 7 come out?
Ain't me.
Hold up.
I've never seen one.
Hold up.
I'd rather
Judging
stick
by the dates
to my indie films from the Criterion Collection, Ryan.
Let's see.
Transformers
Fast
is part of the Criterion
7.
Collection.
Furious 7. Hold up. I got to find out the actual release date. Furious 7 release date. That might have been with Daniel.
You know what sucks?
Because it came out April 3rd, 2015. I think, yeah, that probably, I saw
2015?
Huh? 2015, April 3rd,
I hadn't moved out here
2015. Yeah. So, okay. So that was probably with like Daniel and Mark or something.
That was a month before I met you for the first time. You know, I really loved that the last movie we ever saw with our friend Daniel was that awful fucking Jesse Eisenberg movie, American Ultra.
Oh, it was that. Well, like the last movie I think I saw in theaters with Daniel was what was it? It was the M. Night Shyamalan visiting their grandparents.
I remember. I didn't go to that. Yeah, you guys went by yourself.
Yeah, it was like they were visiting their grandparents or something.
We saw Pixels too.
What was that called?
I haven't seen it.
I gotta look up M. Night
Shyamalama Ding Dong.
Because right now my brain's just going village, 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 and I'm like, no, M. Night. Have you seen the trailer for his new movie coming out where people get old on a beach?
No, I've seen the trailer for Karen.
That's the premise.
Karen looks awesome, dude.
It's called. Wait, what?
I can't wait for those like
Last Airbender split glass on location. Where is it? Excuse me. No, sorry. I'm looking at actors. Director. I'm about to get there. I'm almost at the.
Just gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen.
The Visit.
The Visit.
The Visit.
And The Village. He made 2 movies that sound like that.
Yeah, Signs. The Village.
He made Signs.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Signs. I love aliens though.
He made some movie called I never saw it. It's called Devil, where a bunch of people are in an elevator.
Oh yeah,
The devil's in the elevator or some shit. But yeah, so that was the last movie we saw in theaters, just Daniel and I. And then the last movie Daniel ever saw was Bruce Almighty.
I know, because he texted me a quote from it, and I hadn't seen it, and I was so confused.
It was the night before everything, like
yeah, it was the night before, and I was like, what does this mean? What is this? And then I found out it was just a quote from it.
It was a good night. We just like went out for a jog, went skinny dipping in Markiplier's swimming pool.
I did
smoked some weed and hash.
You could say it's meth. I did actually
watch Bruce Almighty.
Did you ever go skinny dipping in Markiplier's pool?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I go out there after everyone went to sleep and I just get naked and dive on in. It feels like swimming naked feels so good. It's like very freeing.
I want to say the reason we watched Bruce Almighty is because we watched like an episode or something of Black Mirror with Mark. And it was like, that's not the mood we're going for. And so we put on Bruce Almighty.
Well, you also wanted to strengthen your relationship with God, and that's a good way to do it.
It's got to be, it was definitely, you and I tried to show Mark Borat, and he hated it.
Oh, yeah. How could you hate Borat, man?
Well, he didn't hate it. It's like, this movie sucks. He was apparently, the cringe was too much for him.
Some people can't do cringe comedy. Like, it actually, like I know I have friends that don't like Nathan For You because they're like, I just can't watch it.
Well, like you know me, like I visually cringe if something's uncomfortable, like, but I still love it. I still think it's like such
so
a funny idea,
it's
and
like,
it's so good.
Dry humor and cringe are like 2 of my absolute favorite. I think it's some of the funniest stuff.
Well, I celebrate it much like how the reason I got into film was through the intense feeling of fear, because when I watched Jaws, I was like, oh, how does this thing on a screen scare me? It makes me feel this. And then, like, you know, watching kids is, you know, you get sad,
watching
or you
kids
get happy.
With problems.
Watching kids movies, you'll like get sad and cry, and then Jaws introduced like this intense fear where it was like, holy fuck, this is an adult movie.
Like, whoa, that can make me feel all these different emotions.
And so I feel like cringe works in the same way for me, where like even though I'm affected by it, I am always just like, this thing affected me. I like being affected by shit. Because there's so many times in the movies, you and I, so many occasions, we'll go into a movie theater and we'll just kind of like be just watching it, and then we'll get out and be like, well, that was kind of boring. Are we, do we just not get it? What's going on? Like, especially with comedies, when we go see, like, well, I mean, that's our fault for seeing like Will Ferrell's Get Hard.
Or Pixels.
Or Pixels.
We saw that one in theaters.
We did. Fuck Pixels, man.
What?
Come on.
Dude, Kevin James as the
Pixels.
president of the United States of America.
Sucks.
And I love Adam Sandler just like walking to the White House and like walking to like a classified briefing.
Hey, fatso. You're not supposed to be at the. I told you not to meet me in the Oval Office. What are you doing here, buddy?
And he like knows
I
like
just thought
the
I'd check
head of
in.
the CIA by like name. Like,
Fucking.
what a great movie though.
Pixels?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the worst. It's not like one of the worst movies ever.
I want to see Jack and Jill.
Just bad. Oh,
Because I know how bad it is. I've never seen it though.
I don't think I want to see Jack and Jill. No way, no how.
I thought of a really good What Are the Odds recently for you.
Or what are the odds we do ad reads right now? Fuck. Come on, gotta pick a number.
100.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 4.
Well, here they are. When's the last time you got rewarded for brushing your teeth? Never. With Quip's Smart Electric Toothbrush, good habits can earn you great perks, like free products, gift cards, and more. You've probably heard us talk about Quip a million times, but this is something brand new that rewards you and your mouth. The Quip Smart Brush, for adults and kids, connects to the Quip app with Bluetooth. Track when and how well you brush, get tips and coaching to improve your habits, earn points for daily brushing, and bonus points for completing challenges, like streaks. Redeem for rewards like free products, gift cards, and discounts from Quip and partners. And if you already have Quip, upgrade it with a smart motor and keep the features you know and love. Sensitive sonic vibrations, 2-minute timer with 30-second pulses for a guided clean, slim, lightweight, and sleek with no wires or bulky charger to weigh you down. And beyond the brush, Quip has everything you need to build a complete routine. Bunch of different toothpaste like mint or watermelon. They got floss, a refillable sugar-free gum, and one-click dispenser, refillable mouthwash. You name it. I use Quip and it makes brushing my teeth super fun. Sometimes I spend hours in the bathroom just brushing away. Shipping is free, so you can save money and skip the hustle and bustle of in-store shopping. Join over 5 million mouths who use Quip and save hundreds compared to other Bluetooth brushes when you get a Quip Smart Brush for just $45. To start getting rewards for brushing your teeth today, go to getquip.com/SuperMega10 right now to save $10 on a Quip Smart Electric Toothbrush. That's $10 off a Smart Electric Toothbrush at getquip.com/SuperMega10. Spelled GETQUIP.com/SuperMega10. Quip, the good habits company. This summer, get the most out of your travels abroad by learning the language of your destination with Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app. From ordering in restaurants or asking for directions, or, finding out where the ye old toilet is, to gaining a deeper understanding of the culture, Babbel makes the whole process of learning a new language addictively fun and easy. With bite-sized lessons you can actually use in the real world, Babbel is a can't-miss travel essential. Now that I'm gonna travel to every country and every city within that country, because COVID's gone and I'm too excited to travel, I have to learn almost every language imaginable. Luckily, Babbel has a good few of them. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Unlike the infamous language classes you took in high school, Babbel designs their courses with practical, real-world conversations in mind, things you'll get to use every day. I've used this, and when I order tacos on the street, I can make the vendor feel at home when I speak his native tongue. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com and use promo code SUPER. That's BABBEL.com, code SUPER for an extra 3 months free. Welcome back.
Woo! I chugged a whole bottle of Hennessy in between that.
A whole bottle?
Yep. I just saw some news that struck my fancy.
Kyle Massey, much like Drake Bell, is in trouble for talking to, not just, like, it's one thing to be like, I don't know why. For some reason, it's always the age that like really makes it worse. Like a minor in general, but like all of a sudden, like this girl was 13.
Fuck.
13 years old, my man.
Kyle
Sending
Massey.
explicit photos to a 13-year-old.
Like, what the fuck? Kyle Massey of That's So Raven charged with felony for immoral communication with minor. Because I had heard about this a long time ago, but he was never charged.
Because it takes a while for shit to get to court or whatever.
Has been charged with 1 count of immoral communication with a minor, according to the court documents filed in June. Let's see. The charge comes after Massey was sued in early 2019 for allegedly sending explicit photos, texts, and videos to a 13-year-old girl. Jesus Christ, dude. Why? Like, why do people do that? And Drake Drake Bell. What's up with these dudes named Jared, dude?
Drake Bell, you know, he tried to flee to Mexico to make all of his problems.
Do you think
disappear.
that's why he did it? Because of like this shit?
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting.
But here's what
how the time frame works.
Here's what really I think is the worst part about his situation. I read an article about it, and it said that, you know, he was doing all of this when the girl was 15, but it said that they had established a relationship several years prior.
Oh my God.
So several means like more than 2. So that means she was like,
several means at least 2.
So at the best case scenario, she was 13. So
best case scenario.
No. I mean, that came out wrong. That's not, dude. Best case scenario, she's 13.
They're rude. Like, there's people that I've saw talking online that used to work at like Disney World or something, saying that they used to see him hanging out with like younger fans there, and he would like walk up and down like whatever it's called, Century Street or Boulevard. I can't remember what the streets name are in Disneyland, but he would walk up and down like trying to get recognized by people, just like kind of like what we do at Little Tokyo.
Yeah. When we wear our SuperMega merch and we take our masks off.
Yep. And we'll be outside of a restaurant going, we have to get back to working to SuperMega soon.
I'll go, yes, Ryan, Daddy likes. But I think that also, dude, I watched Austin Jones like setting the record straight video last night because I'd forgotten about him. Because I was looking up YouTubers last night.
He's in jail still, right?
Yeah, for 10 years.
Okay.
Until 2029. But I was looking up YouTubers that, you know, either like are in jail or like something crazy's happened. And I saw Austin Jones
explaining the situation.
I only watched like 5 minutes of it, and he's lying the whole time. But it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's so fucking gross. He just looks so like, he's like, I have to set the record straight. Well, you should set his hair straight more like, because that's a woo. It's like,
I know,
crazy, dude.
It's that old type of YouTube hair.
He tries to
or that Nickelodeon hairstyle.
Yeah, he victimizes himself the whole video. He tries to pin it on his sister's death. He's like, I was in a dark place from my sister's death, and then he's like,
I missed her so much that I had to contact a 15-year-old,
13 or
12-year-old.
And then the worst, he starts saying like, when people started, you know, bullying me online for this, I thought of suicide. I planned my suicide, and I was ready to do it. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up with victimizing yourself. You literally got nude videos from like a 12-year-old.
I have problems in general with creators using mental health as some sort of get out of free pass.
Yeah.
Or
he was gonna commit suicide.
Or the many streamers who use mental health as like their personality.
Yeah.
Which I find just gross. I just find it gross.
Especially someone, you know, who has been through a traumatic situation involving mental health.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it is gross.
But
you're like, I have no problem with creators talking about mental health and their mental health.
Bring light to it.
Like, if you're depressed, I think that's fine if a creator talks about their depression or their anxiety. But there are people that make it their whole like depressed is their personality.
There needs to be a space for people to talk about it openly in a public forum, so people, you know, when you see that other people are going through kind of the same thing, or at least similarly the same thing, it's cool.
I don't think it's good because...
But there is a fine line between using it as an advantage to gain a certain sect of an audience and to keep them loyal to you. You know what I mean?
Talking about Eddie Burbank again.
I'm sorry, Eddie.
They're throwing shade. No, that's what Dan does.
No, we're not going to name anyone specific.
No, yeah. You know, every kid and teenager like has problems and goes through a lot of new anxiety and stuff.
It's a huge changing stage.
I had a lot of anxiety so much when I was a teenager, going through like puberty and shit. And like, if I had been attached to a creator at the time, like a parasocial relationship that was all about being depressed, it's like, that's gonna make my shit worse.
Yeah. And they're
I don't know. It's just my opinion. Maybe it's different. Maybe people disagree, and that's fine. But that's
maybe my past has skewed my view, but that's just the way I kind of see a lot of it. I see it as just gross and manipulative in a way that I'm not a fan
I
of.
hate creators like manipulating an impressionable fan base. Fucking Logan Paul, did you see his video he put out about some cryptocurrency?
Yep.
It's like, dude, fuck you. Jesus, you're literally using your fans like to make a quick buck and make them lose money.
Well, he doesn't. I love there are people who said that he learned his lesson and he went on the podcast saying, like, I've grown from this.
They don't learn their lesson.
He's still the same person. Like, what do you imagine? You grow up with like the douchiest piece of shit father.
Hey,
probably
Greg Paul is a good man
who teaches you these things and like that probably pits son against son and does all this shit. I'm not giving them an excuse the way they act the way they do. You can just follow it down the tree. At some point, you're personally responsible for your own misdeeds, which they are old enough now to be responsible for their own misdeeds.
God, sometimes I think like
they've been old enough.
And this was 2017, like New Year. I forgot that Logan Paul legitimately showed a guy who killed himself in his video for views.
That might have been like one of the only times I was like,
that's insane.
I was like super ranty on Twitter.
It's ridiculous, man.
I was red with anger.
Well, it's not the first time Matt has.
It was 2018, and I know that's
it's 2018?
Yeah, so like I believe it was 2018, somewhere around there. And I know that's like far removed from 2015 and stuff, but still, like, I mean, shit lingers, and it pushed the wrong nerve,
clicked the wrong buttons.
Yeah, so. But it doesn't matter. I called it like it was. All it was a big promotional campaign for him, and it doesn't matter. And that dude's
definition of there's no such thing as bad press.
He made someone's fucking suicide a campaign for himself, and he can apologize all he wants, but people know, like people who like actually just don't feed into bullshit, which I think I would hope most people, and not, I think most of his fans are children still. I think they realize that that's all it ever was. And there's a reason, you know, you can forgive and forget certain things. It's always good to forgive people and give them the benefit of the doubt. But when there's people like Logan, I'm not going to say they're never going to change, but just the way they have their life set up and the way they've been living their life, there's no room for them to change a great deal.
They don't want to.
Unless they actually want to.
Right.
It's like an alcoholic or like some sort of addict. He's an addict to attention. He's an addict to money. He's an addict to just all these different things. And he's probably just he's just like a narcissist. And there's no way of fighting against
Huge
that.
Ego.
Because even negative attention they love. They love every amount of attention.
No such thing as bad press.
So there is literally no winning unless they fade out of existence. But they do stuff so frequently that pisses people off that they're not going to.
I thought they'd be gone by now because I remember back in like 2016, we talked about them on a podcast and we're like, in a couple, oh no, they're not going to be around in a couple years. Now it's 2021 and they're very relevant.
He's one of YouTube's babies.
One of them's going to get arrested eventually for something. I'm just calling that now. I think Jake is going to go to jail for something.
Okay.
Calling it now so people can clip this later.
Okay.
Maybe drug related, like selling drugs or being part of a drug ring. I don't know, dude. What? He had so many guns at his house, like, and sniper rifles and shit. Also, the FBI doesn't do a no-knock raid unless they have evidence to go off.
How long ago was that though?
Over a year, I think. But also, people like, nothing
wasn't
came
it to
of
do
that.
with one of his friends or some shit like that? It had nothing to do with him personally.
I don't know. Well, the FBI's probably not going to disclose why they did a raid, but it could be part of an ongoing investigation, which is why we still haven't heard anything about it. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they make they just make many millions of dollars just for one event. Like the whole Mayweather versus Logan thing.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you lose. You're making
Jake
millions.
Paul versus whatever the fuck that dude's the retired UFC / retired Olympic champion that had hip problems.
Forgot his name. Something
that he knocked out like within the first 5 seconds or whatever.
Damn.
Or like 20 seconds.
The only thing I will say like that's a compliment to them is I think they're good at boxing, but that's because they have like brute strength.
They have a very good physique. Look, if
Those boys are ripped. I wish I could look like
if
that.
the one good thing people can say about you is that you look good, you know, that's not much. It's everything to them though. But oh well.
At 22, I bought my first house for $5 million.
And a lot of it is jealousy, you know.
I want $1 million.
I want multi-million dollars to go.
I want $500,000. I've never had that kind of money.
If you and I hosted a boxing tournament, SuperMega versus Game Grumps, we'd at least make $2,000.
Yeah, we could. I call Danny.
Okay,
I'm gonna snatch his wig off.
I'll get Aaron.
Yeah. Does that? I think for the weight classes that makes sense too.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, probably.
Danny's a frail little old man. Very light.
We could just go in at the same time, and it's just like a big, not even tag team, just 2v2. You take Dan when he's open. I'll take Aaron when he's open, and then we can crisscross applesauce.
Hands in your lap. I don't know, man. Aaron might have some strength. Like, he works out.
I'm not saying that he would be easy to take down. I'm just saying that would be the more fair fight.
Yeah.
I don't think, you and Aaron would be fair.
We were talking about this at my place the other day. When
Danny and I probably wouldn't be fair.
When Ryan and I were talking, I was saying that, like, in a fight, you would decimate me. And you were saying that's not true. And I'm like, Ryan, there's no way.
Humans have an extraordinary capability of
I mean, you would have it too, though. The rage. And also, literally the only thing I have over you is reach. Like, I could, my arm is longer, so I could maybe hit you.
You have a lot of reach with your legs. You got a lot of reach with your arms.
But you have so much strength and force that I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, we were putting it through the scenario. It's like you get one thing in, and then I just kind of like put my head down and like just barrel towards you.
Yeah, I think you'd probably like just grab me and bring me down.
Yeah,
I think that
I just have to keep it close.
I would get one punch in.
Yeah,
even if you're already,
you might get multiple.
Maybe, if you want to knock someone out, do a haymaker right here to the temple. I'd fight dirty, man. I'd pull your eyes out, grab your nuts, and twist them.
In a fight, if you're having a street fight, there are no rules. The street always wins.
Mm-hmm.
As a John Toretto, John
Travolta, Ryan.
No, what's fucking bald man's name from Fast and? You don't know. You've never seen the Fast and
Yeah,
Furious
I haven't
movies.
seen the Fast and Furious movies. God, they are fast though.
Don Toretto, I think, is his name.
They are furious.
That's one of the lines from it was Fast 7, because I remember just being in amazement. Well,
Jackson really likes the Fast and Furious movies.
I've only seen I've seen 7, 8, and Shabs and Haw, and I have never liked a single one. I've been like, okay, I'm gonna go into it for the goofy action. I'm gonna watch it like I would
Shabs and Haw,
King Kong,
Hobbs and Shaw,
King Kong versus Godzilla or something. I'm gonna go into it just expecting a fun ride, and it's like I just. When you just get bored of the action.
Yeah, I've had movies where it's like, that's how I felt when I saw Avengers, because it was like, it's just
understandable
over and over and over. Just
but I think I have a weak spot for superheroes. I love those superhero movies. I'm watching the Loki TV show right now.
Is that why you like me?
Because you look like Loki?
No, because I'm a superhero.
You are a superhero in my eyes.
You're a fucking superhero, Ryan.
Thanks, man.
You're fucking, when you donated your t-shirt to Goodwill recently, fucking amazing.
Of course.
Fucking hero to the community.
I am a hero. I love the thing, that Goodwill always, like, when I arrive, they have like a banner up.
Yep.
Confetti's already falling from the sky.
It's crazy.
Because they need their underwear. And I give them some great hand-me-down underwear.
I want to donate soiled underwear to Goodwill.
I don't think you can donate underwear.
No, you can't donate underwear.
Have you tried? Is that why you know?
I might have done it by accident.
We can't take these, sir.
Shove it up your ass.
Shove it up your ass, biatch.
I do love Goodwill. Goodwill's a great
dude.
shopping place to get some good shirts, good the electronics and stuff. You find some cool stuff.
Did we do a second ad read spot?
No, but I guess we can just do it here.
Just Mr. Business is looking at me through the window, and he's doing the whole like hand, like finger on the wrist thing. So
we'll do it.
Okay,
we'll do it right now.
Here it is.
Like making awkward eye contact with the guy sitting across from me at Arby's because we decided to share the table for some reason, or meeting strangers in line. That's what I'm trying to get back to. And the only way we can get back to that is if we all take the vaccine. Vaccination is the most effective way to help prevent COVID-19 and get back to the good times. Find out where you can get your COVID-19 vaccine near you at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. I got the vaccine. Ryan got the vaccine. All of our friends have the vaccine. We're allowed to hang out now. It's super chill. It's super cool. Yeah, so you guys should get it too. Be like your favorite YouTubers and get the vaccine. Do it. Wow. I'm really sad, and I need something to help turn that around. What interferes with your happiness? Is something preventing you from achieving your goals? Said it once, I'll say it a million times. That COVID slump really got me last year, and it got Ryan too. But we needed some counseling.
From an approved online therapist?
Yeah, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. Connect in a safe and private environment online. It's so convenient. You can start communicating in under 48 hours, and it's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it is professional counseling done securely online. Send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available, and it's available for clients worldwide. There's licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem, and more. Completely confidential, completely convenient, and professional. So if you want to take action about your mental health, you can go to betterhelp.com/supermega. Again, as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/supermega. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/supermega. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yep, we're good. Okay, he's walking away.
Okay, cool. Dope. Oh, man, the weather has been so nice lately.
The weather outside is epic.
Epic.
And the
Fire
is so
decrepit. I don't know. It rhymes.
Dude, nothing makes me happier than the holiday season. I just want to press a button and be in it.
Halfway there.
No, because I just listen to the songs on the radio all the time.
We're about to be exactly halfway in.
Put some vinyl on, Christmas movies. We're almost there. Because the holiday season for me just kind of starts in the last quarter of the year, like Q4.
Yeah, I like starting it early.
Because it's just October, November, December. You got Halloween, Thanksgiving-ish.
I start right after
I never
Halloween.
really celebrate Thanksgiving. I can't remember the last time I celebrated Thanksgiving.
We should do something this year.
Okay.
Might be fun. You were going to come for Thanksgiving last year, but that's when you had your colon.
That's
stuff,
right.
Which sucked. Because it was good. It was tasty.
Was it?
We should all get together and do a little Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving.
Okay. I'll bring the peppermint schnapps.
My favorite. Chug. Oh, fuck. That shit, it's just mouthwash, man. Like, how is it any different from mouthwash? Mouthwash is alcoholic.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to just straight, like, sip at mouthwash. That would make me
some
sick.
people do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is that like a way that people, like, is that like it's alcohol?
Because you don't have to have an ID to buy Listerine. But it's alcoholic, and, it's minty. A lot of homeless people and alcoholics will buy Listerine, especially in places when you can't buy liquor on, like, Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of alcoholics.
You know a lot of alcoholics?
I'm part of AA.
Takes one to know one.
Fucking Jesus Christ, dude. I told you to stop making fun of that.
Sorry.
But a lot of people will drink that, like just chugging down Listerine.
Mm-hmm.
The SuperMega Listerine challenge.
I love mouthwash.
Really?
Makes me feel like if I'm going out somewhere, instead of like putting in some gum, I'll just.
I do like mouthwash. You ever like hold it in and just
ready
fucking
to kiss
burns?
some boys? Put some mouthwash in.
Definitely.
Men.
All right, Drake. Drake Bell, not.
But the boys.
The
boys.
The boys.
As
when you get ready to kiss the boys, not some boys.
As in the mid to late 20s boys that I know.
And Eddie Burbank lies about his age. He's only 18.
There's no way he's only 18.
Oh, I saw his ID. He's 18. Because he's aged so much, he has to say he's like 25.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing my sister's 30th birthday's coming up next month.
Gus and Eddie younger than us? Or me, I guess. Well, how old are they? Are they around? I feel like they're around the same age.
I think actually I'm older than both of them. Let me look up their birthdays. I remember there was someone recently.
I call Gus.
I call Eddie. There was recently some. We gotta go on their fucking podcast.
See, yeah, Gus is like my age. He's like 26.
Oh, 26?
Mm-hmm.
Eddie is.
He's a June birthday like me.
Oh, I'm older than Eddie.
How old is Eddie?
He's born November. He's 24. Dude, whoa. His middle name is Rose, Edward Rose Burbank. That's a cool ass name. Is an American comedian and commentary YouTuber from Illinois.
Better than Matt Hobbs Watson. Sorry.
I don't.
No, yeah, I'll make sure to cut it out. Don't worry. You're good.
Matt Hobbs Watson. Fucking. I don't care if people know my middle name now.
Really? Your real one?
I don't really. I mean, I'm not gonna bring it up. I don't really.
I was about to say, could I say it?
No, it's Hobbs. I kind of like. At this point, it's funny to me.
Matthew Hobbs Watson.
Matthew Hobgoblin Watson. Dude, I love the word. I love hobgoblins because there's goblins when there's hobgoblins, and hobgoblins just that's funny to me.
Like in Spider-Man, the Green Goblin, he's the Green Goblin, and then there was the Hobgoblin. And as a kid, I was like, "There's another goblin enemy," and it was this yellow goblin looking dude.
What a good word, goblin. Goblin. It doesn't sound like a word anymore.
And look at Tyler. I mean, he sold a good bit of
Goblin.
albums. Goblin.
God, no. Dude, the new, I haven't talked about it. Call Me If You Get Lost, the new Tyler album that just dropped. So good.
I'm still,
I love it.
I want to listen to it all the way through. I'm still trying to find a time, probably later this week, where I can just go on a long drive and listen to it. Probably go
It's so good, man.
down Angeles Crest or PCH or something. Just
My favorite track on there is, Fantana said it was his least favorite track because it's like, he said it's a really shitty mix and there's like a crackling. A lot of people are saying that one of the tracks is unbalanced in the mixing and there's like a crackling sound like in the right ear where
what if it's
peaks.
intentional?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I feel like with an album that big, you would have to go through everything so many times. I think it was supposed to be kind of he story tells about like a love triangle he was in for 8 minutes straight with no chorus. It's really good. It's called Wilshire.
Okay.
And it's
I'm guessing it happened on Wilshire Boulevard.
Maybe that
Wilshire,
maybe
Boulevard?
that area.
I feel like it should be Wilshire because I think of some Irish name. Wilshire.
Because Igor was about breaking up, and then this album's about he's in love with one of his good friend's girlfriends, and they had a thing together. They never crossed the line, but they were definitely into each other. And then she ultimately leaves
The friend?
No. She leaves Tyler and stays with the friend, and he's upset about it.
Well, I mean, yeah. What do you expect?
Sorry.
I really like it though. It's good as fuck.
Can guys and girls be friends?
No.
Will there always be this lingering sexual energy?
I'm
that
always
draws
thinking about the
people
pussy. Pussy on my mind.
I love the people that are like, guys and girls cannot be just friends.
Steve Harvey,
Yeah.
he said that. It's like, there's no way to be friends with a girl.
Mike Pence believes that. I've never been alone in a room with another woman. And people get so butthurt about that. They're like, "What? So what? He's faithful to his wife. Who cares?"
Calls her mother.
What are you making fun of him for being faithful to his wife? It's like, yeah, little bitch boy. Little bitch boy needs mommy's permission to go hang out with another girl.
Ninja's like that. He stopped streaming with female streamers to respect his wife.
I think he streams the females now. Maybe, I don't know.
I love using
what is
the word
what is
female.
Ninja? What is Tyler Blevins up to?
Tyler the Creator Blevins, dude?
Yeah. What is this man up to?
Wait,
You will call me Ninja.
I wonder how much he made off that Mixer deal. Yeah, is Ninja still I haven't heard anything from him in a while.
He's still big, but he's not the biggest.
He's 30 years old.
Here, I'm gonna go. He's still huge.
Richard Tyler Blevins. Oh my God, his first name can be Dick. Dick Blevins.
I don't know why I would search that up because I know he went back to. Wait, I thought he went back to Twitch.
He did because Mixer fucking.
I look up Ninja and I can't find him. Hold up, there he is. Sorry,
dude.
Sorry, that was user error.
God damn, man. Some of Ninja's tweets really keep me entertained.
16.7 million followers. Let's see what his
16.7 million.
He still gets 500,000 views on his streams and shit. His past VODs.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guarantee for the Mixer deal it was more than 100
in the streaming
million.
again.
Yeah,
yeah.
Once I just want to set up my studio, but I have no desk yet, so I can't I want to move my bed into the room that was my studio and switch them out.
Yeah, I
it's
see
smaller.
you're really struggling with that bit.
It sucks. I just can't set up my studio yet, and that's all I want to do.
So you just got to move the bed. That's it.
Yeah, and the TV. Just the
So
bed.
you have
and TV.
to like take apart the bed, or are you gonna like?
Yeah. So I got to do that, and it's not. I can do that in an afternoon, but it's the main thing is it's like I don't want to move it until I actually can set up my studio. Because right now, if I move it into that room, I won't have the TV. You know, I won't have my dresser or anything yet. So it's like I'm just gonna do it all at once. But should I repaint that room? The old
I like
studio, the jade.
I like the colors.
Okay, because I saw people online told me it was really fucking ugly, but I like it. But sometimes I wonder
why live like in your like this is your safe place, right? Why live
my
in
liberal safe space.
Why live in your wonderful little cave that's all you based on other people's
That's
opinions?
exactly true.
If you like it, fucking do it.
But so I look at it sometimes.
That's why I never vacuum.
I'm wondering if maybe I should have gone like a lighter mint color, maybe.
Who cares? I like it. Looks fine.
No, not for other people's opinions, like my own. I'm like, I look
You
at
want to change it, then
sometimes and I'm
change it.
like, maybe I should do like green screen green. I have a lot of green
Might
walls
get
in
a
my house.
headache with that green screen green.
Oh yeah, I'll do it just cherry red.
I'd had Coca-Cola red. We've talked about this many times.
I had a friend that had that too. It was upsetting.
Probably made me an angry boy throughout my childhood.
Where?
Is it your room blue?
It's Tuesday! It's Taco Tuesday! Where are the tacos, Mother?
Pussy boy, come down for tacos.
It's Taco Tuesday, pussy boy.
Growing up, I had a friend and his dad was like big fucking like masculine buff dad. And he'd always like those kids were like whipped. And he'd be like, boys, front and center. And they'd like go running downstairs.
They have to
and
like click their heels and salute.
oh, they remember the parents that like if you didn't say yes sir or yes ma'am, maybe that's a Southern thing, but remember
Jim was one of them.
that's so stupid making your kid call you sir or ma'am.
My mom-
You should have a personal relationship, not like this weird dynamic of power and respect. I mean, you should have like there's always a dynamic like
Of respect you should have for a
And power,
parent if
too.
they're doing their job correctly. If your
Right.
parent's a shitty parent, then
But I had
fuck
friends
respect.
that if like he didn't say yes ma'am to his mom, he would just be like yes. She'd be like what? Yes what?
No, no.
As a teenager,
Yes, to a T. That's how Jim is.
I would never make my kid call me sir.
She'd be like, "Are you ready for school?" Yep. Then Jim would be like, "Excuse me?" I'd be like, "What? What?" It's excuse me, sir. And I'd be like, "Oh, excuse me, sir." And also, that's yes, ma'am. I'm like, okay.
Imagine-
There's one of those out. At my dad's household, I never had to follow any strict rules like that because
So dumb.
my dad saw me as a human being and not as like, I guess, a little subordinate.
It's crazy, man. Just because I feel like you can't really get a close connection with your parent if they make you do that kind of stuff because it feels like you. And also, it's
You
like
can. There are households where there's those
no, for
rules.
sure. But
if you're a
I
little
feel
too
like it's
strict
not
about it.
It's not like Okay, I think for me personally, it would feel harder. Maybe
Yeah.
other people, I'm sure there's plenty that do.
Well, Jim
For
was
me-
the type of person, if I was eating like Pringles chips, he'd be like, chew with your mouth closed. I'd be like, and I'd be like, because it's loud, it's chips. I'm like, I am. Then I'd get in trouble for back talking him or not saying sir. And,
Now you can back talk him and he can't do anything
dude, I
about
could
it.
push him over for fun.
Yeah,
What's
can
he
tip
gonna
him.
do?
We should tabletop him next time we're in town.
I can have his little insulin shot. Ooh.
And he's jumping for it. We'll
Yep.
play monkey in the middle with it.
Yeah.
And then we'll tabletop.
that sounds good to me.
We got to start tabletop in Jackson. But then he's going to try to tabletop us and he's going to go too far with it and I'm going to crack my skull.
That's when you just like really hard, like do a back kick. Just kick him in his stomach. Take the air out.
God,
And then use him as a stepping stool.
I got tabletopped once at Carowinds on a field trip on the concrete, dude. And there were like
Tabletopping was something in middle school for me. That it was like more big in like middle school.
This was 9th grade, I think. And
Around there,
I got
yeah.
tabletopped. And I just remember how fucking bad it hurt. Like I was trying to hide it because there were like so many like other people
Well,
around.
it scares you too.
It scared me, but I hit the concrete so hard. And I remember I was trying to hold back tears because it hurt so bad. And it's one of those times when you get hurt and you like can't breathe because it hurts so bad. Not even from the wind being knocked out of you, but like
You just like want to tense up and be like focus on the pain.
I hate that type of shit. When I fell off the skateboard, it was kind of like that. But I had to play it off like I was okay. I was like, oh, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, you got right back up. I was surprised.
Well, I mainly got back up because the skateboard went in the street, and I was like, I just bought the skateboard.
That's what I noticed. I was like looking into the street, and like my reaction of just like internally, I was like just scared that like a car was going to run it over or something. And then I was worried that you were going to go running out into the street after the skateboard.
Well, I did.
You did, but you waited till it was more safe than you'd be sorry.
Right. I have not. That skateboard is still in my trunk from that day.
Dude, I haven't rode my one wheel around because I have.
What?
Because there's a flea infestation in my backyard. It's my practice area.
Oh, you ride it in the backyard?
Yeah,
Why don't you take it around your neighborhood?
That is true. Yeah, I need to.
You got the pint.
I'm afraid of falling in front of the kids.
I'm so glad you finally got it. There's probably so many podcasts.
I love
clips
it.
where
It's
you're
fun.
like, should I get a one wheel? Finally got it, man.
I don't know how to get rid of these fucking fleas, dude. Terminex has come twice.
Let's see some.
I've
suggestions.
used personal spray. Okay, here's my problem. They're not in my yard because I have the yard and then like a little
They're not in the
patio.
grass?
They're not in the grass.
Oh.
Because they put granules. At least because I tested, I walk around in the grass. None jump on me. They're like, there's like a shaded patio area. And they're like, I guess in the cracks or something of the concrete, or maybe there's a fucking dead animal under something. I don't smell a dead animal, so I don't know where they're hiding. They're not in my yard, but they're like in the concrete area. And Terminex has come. They've treated my yard twice.
Have they sprayed the cracks?
They
Try Raid.
They sprayed a little. You can't use Raid outside. Maybe I can find stuff that's safer outside.
I used to use it outside. Probably not supposed to, but
and then I also got some stuff from Home Depot where you attach it to your hose and you spray it outdoors. And I covered every crack and I made sure all of that shit was wet. And maybe I need to use something with a different chemical in it. I truly don't know, but I have been dealing with them. I can't go into my own backyard. I can't let Lego out in the backyard. I have to take them out like in the front right now.
That's so weird, especially that there's no host they're living on. There's just like a lot of fleas on concrete.
Lego's medicated, so if they get on him, they die.
So he doesn't have fleas. Yeah,
no,
that's so weird.
They're not in the house. They're like not in the carpets or anything.
That's good because that's the worst.
Because I've had guests stay and they're not getting. But it's only in the back shaded patio areas, and I don't know if could they be living like in cardboard that I have out there? Could they be living in? I don't know where they are.
Fleas fucking suck.
It's this war that I'm in right now, and I don't understand how to get rid of them.
Ryan versus the fleas.
It is. I'm actually at a loss of what to do. I'm gonna call another exterminator because Terminex says like we don't really have anything to apply to concrete. We usually just do it in the yards, and I'm like, that's bullshit. You're Terminex. Your whole shit is to like get rid of pests, right? Like.
What
their
if you have
one
to tent
purpose
your
is
whole
bugs.
house for that?
I wouldn't imagine like they'd have to just tent the backyard. As I said, they're not in my house. They're not in the front. They're not in the yard area. They're like on the border of the yard area, like where the concrete is and stuff. And I don't know why, because I look it up and they're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to like exposed areas. Like
Los Angeles flea control. I'm looking at fleas on concrete patio. It was a suggested search. Okay. Same day flea removal, Los Angeles.
I might just have to call one of these boys.
How to kill fleas on a concrete floor? Mix 1 capful of flea shampoo per gallon of water in a mop bucket.
I essentially did that with that flea shit that I sprayed outside. I might have to reapply at night so the sun doesn't dry it up.
You need to treat the entire. Okay, wait. It just said borax is good. Great movie. It says you need to treat the entire house and yard at the same time on a weekend. Take the cat to a friend's. Okay, yeah. I vacuum the entire house and sweep. I
vacuum multiple times every day. They're not in the house.
That's so weird that they're only outside. It's good, but
they're only outside and in the back. And you know how much I love. Like,
how's a boy supposed to smoke a bong out in the back?
Well, that's where my bike is too, and I can't like. And I'm not scared to go ride my bike because I wear long pants and like they're not gonna do anything then. So it's like I'll still go ride my bike, but I like want to work on my bike or check tire pressure or just go out there and look at it and sit on it. Sometimes I just want to hang out in the back and watch Lego run around, but I can't do any of that. I feel like I'm a hostage in my own.
Do you still have that
backyard.
couch on your patio?
No. That's gone.
So you have nothing.
That was
with
the
like
problem.
fabric.
Remember the last quote unquote infestation I had? I got rid of that couch, had the yard treated by Terminex. Perfect. it was
There
done.
must be something they're like their headquarters in the flea headquarters.
Maybe
where
the possums that do.
if there's a dead animal, they're not going to be on it.
Not a
They
dead
need
animal.
warmth.
But maybe there's like possums or rats living under the shed.
Maybe it's. Is it on that part of the patio
I mean, yeah.
where your shed is? I think that they
It's
have
like
a little
shed that
headquarters
I have a lot
somewhere
of
where they plan their attacks on.
But I
you.
sprayed like the borders of that area. I even sprayed like into like the yard trash. I sprayed everything in my backyard with this shit.
Man, dude, you really are at war with these fleas.
And I go out there, and all of a sudden 5 will be on
fuck.
my legs,
Hate it.
and
Hate that.
I'll do that bit, and more will start jumping on. It's just,
Dude, you could start a flea circus. You have enough.
I do have enough. I don't know what to do.
Damn. Let's see some suggestions in the comments, guys. Because Ryan just can't get rid of these damn
I just want to
fleas.
relax. I'm just constantly in anxiety, or like, right? I don't want to just lock
Thank God
off.
they're not inside.
Well, when like Gray visits, we're not going to be able to go out in the backyard, and that's a nice chill spot.
You guys can all come. Bring Lego. You guys can all stay at my place. Have a big sleepover.
But there's not really a good place to like take Lego.
I have
for like the sidewalk areas.
Yeah, I have a little like back patio area that's pretty big, pretty long that he could go poo poo and pee pee in.
And as long as I pick it up, right? Yeah.
Go for it. It's like gravel, so
Well, it's something that I'll give an update whenever I have it fixed. But right now, nothing seems to be stalling these goddamn fleas.
they're in their little headquarters with like a table with a single light where they're laying out like blueprints. It's like, here's the plan of attack. When Ryan comes outside, 5 of you gonna jump here.
But
And
listen, like this is everything I've done to try to stay like everything in order. Terminex, they applied granules the first time into the yard, which are just
yeah,
and then that wasn't working. So in between their second trip, their first and second trip, I read that they don't like salt, so I took a bunch of salt and just sprinkled it into every crack on the back patio. And then they came, and the dude reapplied like a different type of granule with a scent that apparently helps repel fleas, doesn't kill them, but it helps repel the scent. And then he's like, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna spray some of this stuff because I saw some of them jumped around. So he did spray some on my patio. And then a few days after that, I took it upon myself to spray down my whole patio, not the yard, like just the whole patio with that shit. They're still here. They're still there. And not even a dent. They're not less of them. It seems just as much.
you know what you didn't try?
What?
Praying.
I actually
Want to say pray real quick?
Dear God, can you please get rid of these fleas for me? If you get rid of these fleas, I will promise to try to not be as disrespectful to you and your beliefs and your way of life. Dear God, please get rid of these fleas. Because fleas, I know you created them, technically, right?
Satan created fleas.
No. God created all living beings. There are fleas on the ark.
2 fleas.
Dude, fleas are just parasites. They serve
are.
no purpose. If they went extinct, good riddance. They serve no fucking purpose.
Is the only purpose that they serve in an ecosystem food for like
It's selfish. A parasite serves no purpose to an ecosystem.
If you got a tapeworm inside yourself, you can use it to lose weight. That serves purpose.
A parasite is only selfish in their survival.
That sucks. Yeah, man, I fucking hate fleas, and flea bites are the worst.
Yeah.
They stay for so long, and they itch, and they like welt up. Ryan versus
I'll
the
grab
fleas,
them.
bro.
I still have my flea prison.
Flea prison.
It's not much of a prison when it's just a bunch of floating corpses.
You know what? Actually, what you could try is get one of those butane torches and just go slowly in the crack like that, in all the cracks with the butane torch.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
like shh, shh, because
They're also like on the patio, so they're jumping around. So it's not just like, I don't know.
Well,
You think me spraying the patio would like kill all the ones that were on there?
do the butane torch and then get Raid and spray it all over it, because I've used Raid outside before.
Not supposed to.
Because it's bad for the environment.
Yeah.
But it'll kill those fleas.
Maybe.
Fuck the environment, man. What has it done for us?
I mean, I've used. We'll see. It's just a constant war. But I prayed, so the left. I mean, maybe some some commenters have been through the same scenario and they're like, this worked for me. And I'd love to read some of those comments. I had the same problem. I couldn't get them out of my space, so I used this. But I think what's difficult about mine is that they're not in the yard. It's that
that's weird.
On the patio for some reason.
Could they be coming from your neighbor?
Jumping over the fence?
No, underneath. You know, they jump all the way over the fence.
Like coming from like stray cats in the alleyway and stuff. Maybe there's
like a couple of animals shouldn't create an
alleyway.
infestation of fleas. That's weird because they should be on the animal and like not.
Yeah. Because
what are they living on? Because they need a host. That's the thing.
I don't know.
That's why they do carpet. Like they need a host to get on.
Birds that come into my yard, they like jump on them, feast, and then travel with them or jump off and lay their eggs in the cracks or the lawn. And
in this episode, the boys talk about the mysterious fleas for 45 minutes.
Fleas suck, and the reason they jump on you immediately
they want the warmth and the blood.
It's the warmth. They can detect your CO2 levels.
We're too cold for them. That's why they don't stay on us.
Also, they don't really have a place to like have their eggs, laid. Well, I mean, they don't really care if it stays on. The problem with the fleas laying their eggs like on your pets is that the pets will like lay on things and then the eggs will go across the entire room and then they can lay up to 50 eggs per like day or two or something like that.
Yeah, they're crazy, man. I looked up flea jumping in slow motion.
They can
look at that. Watch, ready? Jump, bro.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, no. It's not moving yet. It's going to.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I hate fleas so fucking much.
I see them jump. It's just like you can't even register how fast they jump.
What they look like up close?
Yeah, they're fucking
Bugs
horrible.
are terrifying up close. So a lot of things are. But look at this. This guy's a flea circus. He has it pulling this little weight.
Wait, does he?
Yeah. Look up flea circuses and then we can 40 eggs each day. Look at this dude. Wait. Like he's got all his little tools set up. We could make a video where we make a flea circus. Oh.
Just hear him bouncing up. Hold that up to the mic.
Listen. That's them all jumping around in a jar.
You can feel when they jump. Like I have this sense now when one's.
Oh, you can feel it. Yeah.
They're also hard. They're pretty hard. They have like a good shell for their size. Because when you hold them, you can like pinch your fingers together and just feel them.
Yeah. They're resilient, man.
But let's just end it with flea talk, I guess.
Yeah. Call this one like Ryan versus the Fleas.
I will.
Or some shit like that.
Some shit like that. But thank you all for watching. This was episode 251 of the Super Mega podcast or, SuperMegaCast. And, there'll be another one next week. Crazy how that works.
252. And we should have some big stuff coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Peel your eyes off.
Hasta la vista, baby.
See ya.
Summer's coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Well, you're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Complement your summer body with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the unique URL manscaped.com/supermega. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on-off switch, can engage a travel lock, and gives you the ability to turn on your LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. When I use Manscaped to trim my balls, they look effing great.
Ryan, it's like you put 2 bowling balls into one of those polisher things.
Thank you. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the unique URL manscaped.com/supermega. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the unique URL manscaped.com/supermega. That's right. No more code. We got our own URL.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go shave your nuts, mother effers.